I think we can all agree that inflation has gotten out of control and grocery prices are sky high. But I have three simple tips that are going to cut your grocery bill in half, literally 50%. My first tip is to buy generic. And if you're a little weary of buying generic, my advice would be start with the one ingredient things like canned tomatoes, canned beans. I promise if you're making chili, no one is going to tell the difference between the brand name of the tomatoes and the Aldi brand of tomatoes or the Walmart brand of tomatoes. And you're going to save 20, 30, 40, sometimes even 50%. So you can find them on clearance. And I understand sometimes we're brand loyal to things. I'm brand loyal to certain things like Cheerios and Heinz ketchup. There are just certain things that I am brand loyal to, but I do have a tip for that later on. My advice would be try it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it again. But you never know where you might like it better or just the same, and you're saving so much money. My second tip is to shop at multiple stores. You are never going to find the best price at one store. No, not even Walmart. Walmart is not going to have the best price on everything. And before you come at me saying, oh, well, then you're wasting money on gas and wear and tear on your car, all my stores, I've got three stores that I shop at: Aldi, Walmart, and Publix. And they are all within a half-mile radius of each other. So I'm not really spending that much money on gas, and I'm not spending there's not that much wear and tear on my car. Typically start at Aldi and get their produce. They have great deals on produce and organic produce if that's something that you're looking for. And there's a lot of the brand name things that I do like there. So I will start at Aldi and then I go over to Walmart. And Walmart has a better selection than Aldi. Like, I think Aldi's prices are a little bit better than Walmart, but if there's certain things you're looking for, Aldi might not have everything you're looking for. So I'll go to Walmart for the rest of it. Another thing I love at Walmart is their discount bakery rack. I got some really good deals in my haul today. I'll show you guys that later on. And also their rotisserie chicken. Their rotisserie chicken is usually $4, but I can almost always find day old cold rotisserie chicken on sale for $2. $2 for a rotisserie chicken. You can buy them, freeze them, thaw them back out, and make soups. And I make enchiladas with the rotisserie chicken, casseroles. There's so many things that you can do with a rotisserie chicken. And for $2, it is a no-brainer. And then the third store I shop at is my expensive store, my Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. It really is a pleasure to shop at Publix, but you are going to pay for it unless you only go in for the BOGO. This is, anybody who is from the Southeast knows about Publix and their BOGOs. They have the best BOGO deals, and you can get pretty much anything on BOGO if you wait for it. I will do their meats because they will put chicken, pork chops. They don't really do BOGO on their steaks, but they do have specials on their steak. And I find that the quality of meat is a little higher at Publix than it is at, say, Aldi or Walmart. And the price when you get it on BOGO is pretty comparable. So I get my meats at Publix when it goes on BOGO. And I'm not just buying the meat for the week. I am buying meat for the week plus maybe like 4 more pounds that I can throw in the freezer. That way, if Publix isn't having good BOGO deals this week, I can still pull something out of the freezer that I got a good deal on. This is also where I get my brand loyal products. For example, Cheerios. Cheerios were on BOGO this week. My kids don't really like the generic brand of Cheerios. So what I do is I wait until they go on BOGO at Publix. And instead of buying 1 box for the week, I bought 4 boxes. And now we will have Cheerios for about a month that I bought on BOGO. And I really find that if I wait, almost everything in Publix will go on BOGO at some point. If you are having a hard time finding your expensive grocery store deals for something that you are brand loyal to, my advice would be go to Walmart. Walmart will have the best price on brand name things. And that's another tip to go back to Aldi. If you see a brand name at Aldi, don't buy it. It is not going to be the best price. Where Aldi shines is their house made generic products. That's where you're going to get the best deal at Aldi. But the Cheerios at Aldi are going to be much more expensive than you could get them at Walmart. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the haul, and I'll show you guys exactly what I got and how much I spent. So here is the huge grocery haul. I went to 4 different stores. I got so much stuff. We can start over here with the breakfast meat. I got this from Aldi. We haven't tried it before, but it looked interesting. Some ham slices. I love Canadian bacon. Like, I'll eat this just like straight out of the package. I love Canadian bacon. My husband likes sausage for his breakfast, so I always get him some sausage. Pork butt was on sale for $1.99 a pound. I know that's probably not a great deal everywhere, but where I am, I'm in Southwest Florida, and that is a fantastic deal. I went to Publix, my expensive store, and got 4 packages of pork chops because they were BOGO. If you are familiar with Publix, you know all about the BOGOs. I got some broccoli from Aldi, a couple things of strawberries. Strawberries have been looking so good, along with tomatoes. Tomatoes are back in season, and oh my goodness, these look so good. Oh, I can't wait to get into those. Got some sodas. I know sodas are not like a necessity, but it is a nice little treat. So, and then we got some apples. They were on special at Aldi, as were the oranges or the little mandarins. My kids love those. Asparagus, great prices on asparagus. You know, that's one of the big tips is eat in season. And you might be wondering why I got so many tortillas. It's because it was BOGO, as was the Cheerios. The Cheerios are something that my kids are brand loyal to. We've tried the Aldi brand, but it's just not the same. King Hawaiian rolls for the discount bakery rack at Walmart. I was able to find King Hawaiian rolls for more than 50% off. I'm saving $2.33 and only spending $2.15. My kids love these and they freeze really well, so I went ahead and picked up 3 of them. Also from the discount bakery rack up at Walmart, just Italian loaves. I like to do this with dinner, make garlic bread. Super simple. You could do pizzas or subs or whatever you want to do, but for 69 cents, I don't even think I could make a loaf of bread for that cheap. At Aldi, my kids love bagels, and Aldi has great prices on bagels, and they're like huge. These are big bagels. These are not like little skimpy bagels. And bread, of course, the best price I've been able to find is at Aldi. I almost forgot. This is the best salsa. It's at Aldi, and it is so good. And when I was at Winn-Dixie, I just passed the clearance aisle, and they had chili beans for 50 cents. I haven't seen a can of anything for 50 cents, so I picked up 6 of them. Needed some ketchup, had to pay full price for it. I was very upset about that because ketchup is something that does usually go on BOGO at Publix, and I just forgot that I was almost out of it and did not stock up on it. So I had to pay full price for that. I needed some more olive oil. These were BOGO, as were these salsas. This salsa is so good. I use it in enchiladas. And once again, it was BOGO. So if it's BOGO, we are buying a lot of it. Like the pork chops, 4 pork chops, 4 boxes of cereal, 6 containers of salsa. Are we going to eat all that this week? No, but that stays in the shelf. You can freeze your pork chops. You can put your Cheerios away. You can freeze the bread. So much stuff can freeze so easily that you don't have to worry about it going bad. So do tortillas. I freeze my tortillas. And we had so much stuff I had to use the back shelf over here. So Aldi, as you can probably imagine, had a really good price on their shredded cheese. I know block cheese can be a little cheaper, but we use shredded cheese. It's easier. I do pay extra for that convenience, but when I find a good price on it, I just stock up on it. I also needed some cheese slices. I bought the whole flat of blueberry yogurt. My kids really like the Aldi blueberry yogurt. I got some milk. I got 2% milk because we've noticed at Aldi the full fat milk has a little bit of cream on the top of it. It's like full fat. And I was wondering if anybody else had noticed that. I actually was a funny story how I realized this was happening was my 14-year-old son is has a colander and is pouring the milk into his cup through the colander. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm straining the chunks out of my milk." I'm like, "I don't think you should have chunks in your milk." And that's when we discovered it was the cream going to the top. So I figured if the full fat milk is really fatty, maybe the 2% milk will be like regular full fat milk. And I also got some string cheese. I got a thing of eggs. That was not cheap. They're still like $5. And here is my favorite buy of the entire grocery haul. It is my $2 rotisserie chicken from Walmart. So, rotisserie chicken is a great easy meal if you want to just run into a Walmart, grab a hot rotisserie chicken, a Caesar salad kit, and hit like the discount bakery and see if there's any rolls or whatever. That is a great dinner. You've got your carb, you've got your protein, you've got your carb, you've got your vegetable, super easy. But when they don't sell those rotisserie chicken, they put them in the cooler and they sell them for $2 a rotisserie chicken. So what did I do? I bought 5 and I will freeze them. These are great for soups, and they are great for when I make enchiladas or any kind of casserole. I love having a rotisserie chicken in the fridge just to pull together a dinner really quick. And my grand total, $224.62. And that's going to last me probably 2 to 3 weeks. I might have to go back and do a small produce order with maybe some milk and eggs, but nothing major. And I'm going to be set for about 2 to 3 weeks. So if you guys found any of this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.